All right, hello everyone. Here we are back for hole number 3 that we're going to set up for here. I'm going to go sniper and apocalypse on this one. Apoc 5 should be plenty here. And, more so than anything, we're going to try to get to this last fairway here. So let's just see what this looks like. Let me get this bag set up real quick. 10.4 is my wind. So 7-ish rings. I'm going to use maybe in the neighborhood of 4 on my top spin. And 7 rings, there's 5. I'm going to go about 8 just to make sure that I'm clear. You can see that I might just come off of the power just a little bit. But you can see with what I'm doing with my curl, I'm using quite a bit to get it over here. And you can see that it looks pretty good. So I get it over to this last fairway. It's going to give me a really good angle and chance to be able to potentially win this hole, or at least get my eagle. Especially on a Monday, you're really not too sure like how prepared everybody will be. And you might want to just go ahead and take today as a practice day, just to be able to, get honed in on a couple of these shots, figure out what it's going to take for you to, get to these certain spots. But, what I highly recommend is if you can get over to where I just did, that's going to be kind of the best case scenario. And here you can see my opponent's kind of doing the same thing. Might just be just a little bit shorter. Probably didn't use quite as much topspin. But you get the general idea of what to do. And you can see if I don't use that topspin, I might not be able to get to this last fairway here. So what I'm going to try to do is play it through the hole a little bit. And we're going to do another overplay here. It's either that or I'm going to offset my guide, one or the other. So another thing that I can do is I can just kind of move my guide over to here and then go 11.5-ish. I might go just a little bit beyond that actually, especially since it looks like I'm going to be going into power. But on top of that, we're going over this water as well. I hit a great ball. It's probably just going to wind up towards the middle of the green here. So there you can see it comes in just a little bit towards the right. But all in all, it's going to give you a very good albatross chance. You won't have to hit that hop shot or go too much into power. So what I would have done if I was my opponent, instead of doing this hop shot, I would have just did that full overpower shot, is what I would have recommended. So all you would have to do is kind of mimic my spin more or less, which is, one backspin or no backspin, somewhere in that neighborhood. And, just play your rings as normal. Keep in mind, you might need to do a little bit of an overplay because you're shooting over all this low territory with the water. So you'll want to keep that in mind with your adjustments here. So, kind of the equivalent of what I was doing was kind of somewhere in here, like a +10. So there the opponent hopped the bunker. Not too bad. But you can see more or less, what we're looking at. I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit out. And I will catch you guys on the next hole coming up.